Stan Lane. And now we're going to hear some comments from a man in Japan. In fact, he's still there. We'll be seeing him in a few weeks on WXO. It's Johnny Ace.
Hello! How's everyone today? It is Saturday night! You know what that means. It's your boy, the one, the only mercenary with the kicks, coming to you from 2286. It is Callsign Henshin, your gracious host. How is everyone doing? It is ZEZTZ Day, everybody! And welcome to the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ-udan, the only show where we ask the question, the fuck is going on in the story? Because the story is that good. And it's got us wondering. And we're here to debate. We're here to talk about it. We're here to get into the nitty-gritty. You know what I mean? We're here to dissect the greatness that is ZEZTZ. You know what I mean? We're here to dissect the greatness. Zeeg is crazy. Yes, he is. He do be insane like that. He do be losing his marbles like that. And, man, can you believe they've already dropped the new guy? Like, they've already announced the new guy. I expected that to be, like, in a couple of months from now. They said, nah, we gonna announce it. Fuck your leaks. But we'll talk about that after the show. Right now, it's time to do a little pre-show, you know, clean them ups here and there. I hope everybody is ready, as you should be, as is the standard, as is the need to be ready for an amazing stunt such as this. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited because right now we're in this little, we're in this weird spot right now. We're in this weird spot where we still don't know. We are the Toku. I refuse to be compared to Game Theory. Fuck all of that. I mean, is Game Theory still going on? I don't know. I stopped following MatPat years ago, so I couldn't say. I know he retired. MatPat retired and is now running for office. I know that. But I don't know if, like, the show is still carrying on without him, or, like, what are they doing? Because I still see them pop up every once in a while. Yeah, he retired in '05, but I think like theory videos, like his adjacent stuff, I think is like there was other. I don't know if the show is like continuing without him or if he just ended the show. It still is. Oh, I gotta look then because I'm gonna be real, and you might not agree with me on this. I did not like game. I hated game. Like I liked it at one point, but then like the show took a turn. But like when I liked Going Theory, it was still on thin ice with me, and I'll tell you why. I didn't like Matt Pat's voice. I can't explain to you why. I just hated his voice. I did not like him. His voice came off as grating to me. But like I liked the content they were putting out, so I put up with it. And then the content started hitting slop level, and I was like out after that. The minute like he started doubling down on like Five Nights at Freddy's stuff and whatever, like you lost me at that point. Because at that point I knew I wasn't getting it from anything else. It was just Freddy shit. And then after that, when I heard that he gifted the Pope a copy of Five Nights at Freddy's, I was like, yeah, I'm out, bro. Dude's corny as fuck. I was gone. But like, yeah, like there was something about the octave of his voice that like my body did not agree with. So it's like, I don't hate Matt Pat the man. I just like, his voice was just like, bro, it hurts. Monkey Dumbfoot Luffy, how you doing? It's your DM. Motherfucker. Motherfucker should. Well, you gotta stay up, so why not stay with the boy? I see your DM. God damn it. Why? I feel like I should be happy that you're here, but at the same time, I fear for my life. Are you really? Right before the show starts, I think OBS had a seizure. Wait, what the fuck? Uh-oh. You know what? I'm glad it came out early. I'm glad it hit early. God damn it. God, I wish there was a native VTuber program. Hold on, I gotta restart. Oh, I gotta restart VTube Studio. 1 second. What the fuck is that new button? Oh, it's a screenshot button. Good to know. Hold on, I gotta restart VTube Studio because it's being dumb. I'm glad it kicked in now and not when we're in the middle of the stream. Excuse me. Let me go ahead and you should fear me. Why should I fear you? It's 11:30 a.m. Oh, right. I don't know how time zones work. Look, I'm only here so I can ask ominous questions like, how do you feel about volcano eruptions? I mean, as long as I'm nowhere near the eruption, I'd be fine. If I'm in it, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking panicky. Because last I checked, I'm a sea dwarf. Heat and me do not get along. Last I checked. It's a weird question to ask. I had to think about that because I was wondering, why are you asking me about eruptions? And I'm like, oh, right, we're in a volcano in the campaign right now. Can't promise that. Fuck you. God damn it. Oh shit, I don't have. Yeah, I gotta open that too. Shit. Open up. Sweet. Okay, perfect. Alright. But like, we are on the cusp. We're about to witness some madness, methinks. In your six. God, I wish I had a soundboard. Nah, it is what it is. In your six. But yeah, man, we are just we're less than 2 minutes away. So once we get once VTube Studio finishes loading here in a minute, let's go ahead and hop over to the cinema room because we gotta get looking in. There we go. Am I on screen? There we go. Can't wait for the episode. Well, you don't have to wait any longer. It's just a minute. So let's go ahead and head over to our acclaimed cinema room and let us get ready. Shall we? All right, here we are. If you're new here to the stream, remember I have the video blurred for copyright reasons. Oddly enough, they don't care much about the show audio unless there's copyright, unless there's an insert song, and then I gotta mute it again. But that's usually how it works. So here we are. We are ready. And my drivers are encoded, but we should be fine because I'm doing hardware. So we should be good. If you guys see any buffering, please let me know in the chat. Because I'm still like trying to figure out like the settings right now for this. But we are 20 seconds away, so let me go ahead and shut off the music. Let's go ahead and pause that. All right, here we go, folks. Let us get ready. Oh, shit, I got to hit the button here. Hold on. Woo. I got to hit a button here first before I can go full screen. All right, and here we go. He is. I'll turn that up a little bit. He's a pretty normal guy, except that he's a secret agent. What is? I'd love to know what his dealio. Wait, what the fuck? Why did it restart? Okay, that was weird. It restarted for no reason. I don't know why it did that. Okay, turn it down just a smidge. There we go. Nope. Mom. Who are we infiltrating? Oh wait, I already know. Minami!
南なんだその格好あれなんで南がそんな格好してんだよ
なんでって私エージェントだから
え南が
うん南お弁当できたよ
Wait, what?
ありがとうお母さん
お母さんレムちゃんが
そういう世界観みたい
Wait, why?
何のミッション Save the cat
This is weird.
Good luck 私
This is some bullshit. What is this?
主役どっち
He still has the cowlick! That's beautiful. I can't find my mouse. What the fuck? I don't know why mute doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute that manually. For some reason, mute does not work on my browser at this moment, and I don't know why. It's super weird. And I think OBS broke again, but that's okay. Not OBS. For some reason, like, I don't know, VTube Studio is not working today well. Like, it still looks like it's working on my end, but when it broadcasts to OBS, it breaks. I don't know why. It's super weird. I don't know what's going on there. And now I can't open that window either. What is happening right now? Fucking Linux! I don't know what's going on there, man. What the fuck? I don't want to have to be doing tech support while I'm streaming. This is some bullshit. And now I can't even see the fucking chat window. There it is. How would you feel about space rocks? I don't know. I mean, I think space rocks are cool. Nuxi. Trick, trick. Time for an execution? Whoa! Zeke, you sick fuck! Oh. The original nightmare! It's Baku's nightmare! What the fuck?
何をやらせる気だ。生き残りをかけたデスマッチだ。とびっきりの悪夢を楽しもうぜ、ノックスちゃん。
ノックスちゃん
じゃあこう見つかるかな。
お姉さんに任せて。
I love how it's still Baku, but he's got the cow lick.
猫ちゃんは俺が探すよ。ZEZTZライセンスで足跡をたどれば。
Oh no, he has no power here. He has no power here.
それで本当に探せるの？
いや、
バクはただの一般人でしょ。足引っ張んないで。
He's cast as a civilian, so he has no power. This is this bullshit, man. We've just nerfed the main character! That is some bullshit! When they approach you... Oh, no. Somehow I knew you were gonna do that.
主役のダメ兄貴。待って。
My man got nerfed. You don't do that. Can we have Kari-chan and Punny-chan? Does that mean older will... I have no idea.
あっけない最後だったな。黙れ。
Wait, what? Whoa, what?
目覚める時よ、ノックス。
Wolf!
変身。
Wait, what is happening? What? Wait, so he doesn't use the, I forgot what the purple power-up was. So that's not his power-up anymore? Someone's out there in the real world messing with me. Mocking out our way
とび
in.
っきりの悪夢はこれからだ。ぶっ飛ぶ生贄を用意したぜ。生贄。じゃこちゃん。いやー、じゃこちゃん。
じゃこちゃん？どこ行ったの？
This is a weird episode.
どこ行っちゃったの？
みなみどう？いた？
Huh?
じゃこちゃん。
Nope.
ね。
White Nightmare!
ナイトメアが現れたか。はい。ブラックケースの情報はありますか？
それが何も。
おかしいな。ナイトメアが現れたのに。
まだ被害が出てないってことかにゃ
ん？おい、今なんて？
あれ、私にょっ変なこと言いました。
みんなふざけてんのか。
いやいや全然。
みなみちゃん。みなみちゃん。尻尾。
Wait, what?
なんでいつの間に。
She's turning into a cat!
なんで取れない。
そんなわけないだろ。
痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い痛い。
本当に生えてる。
ブラックケースだ。南がまずい。早くナイトメアを倒さないと。
どこ行くの？
寝るんだよ。
いや、朝になったばかりですけど。
夢主が起きてる限り大丈夫だろ。落ち着け。落ち着いてられませんよ。だって南はたった一人の家族だから。
I mean, that's true. They never mentioned the parents.
おはよう、ノクス。とんだ悪夢にあったようね。
Nox has awakened.
恩に切れ。ザレリ。
It's weird that her name is strictly the lady.
計画を練り直す必要がある。
ネムを助けたければ、自分で眠って助ければいい。
セブンの予知夢に毒されたようね。
俺はコードに復讐できればそれでいい。
あの子に万が一のことがあったら分かってるわね。
Uh-oh.
どの道思い通りにはさせない。コードもジークもな。
So the plans got sped up.
予知夢によれば小高さんの隠れ家はここです。
行こ
う。藤見さんはもう一般人なので、あとは私が。
That is true. He is just a civilian. You keep forgetting that.
ついさっきまでいた痕跡が。
一足遅かったか。
不法侵入。貴重な情報源を失いましたね。
ああ、だがきっと会える。今のこの状況は小高にとってもバクを必要としているはずだ。羊が998、羊が999。羊が1000。
He's panicking. He's panicking.
羊が9998。羊が9000。
Have you been at this for hours, my guy?
全然眠れない。
猫ちゃんまだ見つからないんだ。
うん。でも絶対見つけ出すから。
ねえみなみ、なんでエージェントの仕事を始めたの？
そりゃ守りたいものがあるから。
何？世界平和？ずっとバクの活躍を見てきたから。
何言ってんの？やめて。バクはただの一般人でしょ。
無敵のエージェントだよ。
無職のバカ兄貴だから。
Wow, that is deep. literally saying she can't see him as anything but her brother. She's not taking the fact that he's a super agent seriously.
1億羊が2億羊が3億
Have you eaten it all?
おやすみバク。
おやすみ。あれ、南は
ミッションに。
まずい。一人で行かせるのは危険だ。
どうかした？
南の体にブラックケースが起きた。
え？
ナイトメアの目的はわからないけど、南が危ない。
So we had a whole day where she had a tail and nobody questioned it? Like, we didn't get to see the shenanigans behind it.
ジャコちゃん。
どこかに猫のナイトメアがいる。君は無理しないで。
娘が危ないのに黙ってられる母親なんていない。
頼もしいな。
That guy, calm the fuck down. Yorozu. Oh, it's in the dream. What the fuck? Okay, a door's never done that before. What the fuck? What is this? Why would the nightmare dying be a trigger?
川に流されてないよね。
Oh!
ナイトメア。
Z, you motherfucker! Get the fuck away from her!
とびっきりの悪夢楽しもうぜ。
Oh shit! Oh shit, son!
やめて！今の声、南ちゃん。
南！
南！どこにいるの？
Can you still henshin? Okay, we good? We solid? Okay, it looks like we're good. I don't see any buffering. Okay. I thought I'd fixed it. I set it to the NVIDIA encoder and it was working fine, but it still gives me this issue every once in a while. So I don't know what it is. I'm genuinely like baffled though. But anyway, let's get back into the discussion of the episode. As I was saying before we got cut off, is that Zeke is a sick motherfucker. Because the way he planned it out was either Baku kills his sister or he hesitates and hurts himself. That's how fucking insane. It's that kind of insane that there's a method behind. You know the eternal phrase, there's a method behind the madness. He's sick. But he knows that he's sick. And he's totally happy with that. No. Karis, here's the thing. I think she is his sister, but I think she became an agent. The way Nox phrased that was in his own way of like, because again, remember, Nox still hates Code at the end of the day. So the way he sees it is, she is not, but the fact that she's a Code agent overrides the fact that she's his sister. That's what I think Nox's logic of reasoning is. Because to him, Code agents are scum. They're monsters in and of themselves. Right? No, here's the thing. If you listen to the line in the preview, it literally says she wanted to protect the one thing that she considers family. Did I see the new form? No. Again, like, it's just so much that they throw at us in those previews that you have to actually look at it again. Because, man, the shit they throw at you is just fucking mental. No, I was looking at the preview and it, like, I don't know. Like, it passed my purview, if you will. So, I'll probably look at it again. I didn't see it, but, man, that was just so much going on there that I, like, I don't want to say I checked out, but it fucked with me a little bit. Let me see if I can pull it up again. Although I will admit, the way freaking Baku acted when when Nox said that means that he already knew, or I guess at least knew that is not his family. But there's a phrase in there. There's a phrase in there in the preview that fucks with me. Right? There's a phrase in that preview that fucks with me a little bit. And yeah, I'm having a lot of oh no, we're good. But there's a lot of shit in there that fucks with me. She wanted the line, she just wanted to protect her only brother in the whole world. That line is what's sticking with me. But now that I'm thinking about it, it all makes sense, right? The cat iconography. The cat necklace. You feel me? Here's the thing. She wasn't like a code number. I feel like she is, but not in the way we think, right? No, okay, so here's my thing. And hear me out on this. What if she was a sleeper agent? Which, thinking about it, does kind of make sense. And you know what I mean by sleeper agent, right? Like, she doesn't know that she's an agent, right? Like, when she became an agent, they, like, immediately, like, erased her memory of that. You feel me? Like she needs to be activated. Like she might have been like a failsafe that like she was probably put there as a failsafe in case something happened with Baku, right? Because Baku's supposed to be 7, and it possibly is given what is quite frankly at the time before we knew about Code Somnia was the strongest incarnation of the Evoker system that they have, which is like its own system, the ZETZ system. But given that he has kind of gone rogue, the message isn't to her mission changed from neutralizing 7 to watching him. So these could be like ingrained directives in her head. She's an agent that was signed up and immediately had her memory erased of the problem. But in the event that she's found out, or the fact, but okay, so here's my logic. She has been erased of her memory, but subliminally through dreams is how she's given her directives, right? So she doesn't think about it in real life. She doesn't think that she's an agent. But because the missions are ingrained into her when she's like asleep, so that's why Minami hasn't like done anything to like truly jeopardize ZETZ's mission, is because like her current dreamed narrative is to keep an eye on him, to watch him, because maybe Code thinks they can learn more. They can learn more from Baku's movements by watching him instead of outright killing him. So the fact that now we're learning that the betrayal runs deep kind of like opens up the whole fucking perspective. Because when you think about it, and let's objectively think about this, right? Let me move this over here because I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Let's look at this narratively, right? If we're looking back at the 25 episodes of Premonition, right? If we're looking back at those episodes, what was the biggest iconography that didn't like connect to anything, right? The black cat. That was the one thing that never truly tied into really anything. The black cat was there as a little statue in the office. It's there on Minami's necklace. And of course, I think the photography capsule is a black cat, if I remember correctly. But like those 3 bits of knowledge never really tied together until this episode. It didn't tie together until today. The necklace. The freaking black cat in the office that also served as a projector. And now the photography, which she mainly used a lot in this episode with the scanner. That's some fuck shit right there. That is literally how it all comes back to her. But the way it was planted is that we didn't think about these things. These things were not things that we were meant to think of because they weren't that prevalent. They never really like played an aspect, but it was there. We saw it all along. Every time Minami was in frame, that necklace was right the fuck there. That necklace was there. It wasn't meant for us to think about it. Until now. There was a purpose, and it was in plain sight. What if Baku and Sieg nightmares are the same? And also there are two more like Baku and Sieg and because here's the thing. I don't think there's anyone else like Sieg. And I can't compare Sieg and Baku's powers. They're not on the same level. Sieg's powers were part of an experiment. Baku just is. Baku is pretty much a prodigy in that regard. Like, there's no crazy backstory behind Baku's powers. Baku's powers have always as just been. He was pretty much labeled as a prodigy. And these things are like things that he pretty much developed. These are his own powers. Sieg is a product of an experiment. Code Somnia. He got his powers from an experiment. So you can't say they have the same kinds of powers. While Baku is able to infiltrate dreams and affect them on that level, Z can manifest change. You saw he manifested the change just by looking through the door. Just by looking through the door and thinking of it, and his eyes turning a certain way, he was able to change the literal outcome of that door. Minami wasn't Baku's sister this whole time. No, here's the thing. I truly believe that she's actually his sister, and that actually she is his sister. I just think that because Nox hates freaking Nox hates Code so much, he thinks as Code agents as inhuman. He thinks of them as monsters. So to that end, he doesn't believe that even though like maybe they are related by blood, Nox doesn't see her as Baku's sister. He sees her as a monster because she's aligned with Code. That's what I think, because it's weird for Nem to say later she did it to protect the one thing she cared about her brother. Literally says she did it to protect her brother, the one thing she cares about in this world. I don't think I could be wrong, again. I could be wrong, but the way it comes off to me is that Nox doesn't, the minute that becomes an agent of Code, Nox sees her as less than human, or doesn't even see her as human at all, sees her as a product of a monster. You're 28 years old. Happy birthday to you, man. I don't think I said it to you properly last week, but happy birthday, Dane. But yeah, but like the way I see it is, it's pretty much, at this point, I don't want to say academic, but it's definitely hurtful. But what also leads me to pause on that theory is the way Baku acted. Which leads me to another theory. They are brother and sister, but not by blood. In a sense, and I want y'all to think about this, like really think about this. What if they were both orphans that were adopted and then their parents died later? Think about that for a second. We never see their parents. But they clearly had parents, because then why would Nem be playing her mother in this episode, in the dream? They had parents at one point. But think about it like this. What if those parents they had weren't their biological parents? What if, just like Nem, Baku and Minami were both adopted? I want y'all to think about that. Ponder that for a second. What if they're only brother and sister because they were adopted at a young age by this family and they grew up together? So the fact that in her and later at a later date, they lose those parents. Who do you have to lean? Who does Minami have to lean on in that case? Baku. And who does Baku have to lean on in that case? Minami. So there is definitely a care between the two, but they're not truly brother and sister in the biological sense. You feel me? What if that's the case here? Really think about that, because here's the thing. It's weird that we're following these two. And like for 28 episodes, 29, their parents never come up. You feel me? Their parents never come up. I mean, it's clear they lost their parents at some point, but to what? We don't know. I mean, that's not relevant as to what they lose their parents. They lost their parents. The question is when. You know? Like, think about that for a second. When? When does it all start going south? Right? Because clearly, Baku's reaction to what Nox said, in any other circumstance, and like in any other anime, when someone was to say shit like that about a sibling, what's your first instinct? Get up, punch the motherfucker that said it. That is usually what you see in those kind of situations. But Baku, he immediately like turns his head away. Now you could kind of like phrase that as like, because right now he literally is like having a nervous breakdown because he literally just almost killed his sister. But even then, that reaction that he had, he literally started turning away from his sister, almost like what he heard was true. Like, but also the dawning realization that she's a code agent, but mainly the fact that he said she is not your sister. And the way that like he reacted was like, it's, yeah, she's not my sister. Yep. Still, right? There's a certain, how do I put this? I don't say je ne sais quoi. That's not the word. There's a certain something. Baku knows something. I don't feel like he knew the code agent part, but I feel like they're truly not related. So it's either they are related and it's just Nox's way of thinking about code agents, or they're not related by blood. That's the two theories I'm coming up with here. It's either or. And also there was a lack of code here today. It was all about the lady. Like the lady showed up for a little bit, gave Nox his belt, but No code to be seen. Though I will state that there was that one appearance. Wait. Hold up. So, here's the thing. I don't think. Okay, I might be grasping here, but I want you guys to look back at the frame. When the first person who was watching Minami as she's looking for the cat, that didn't strike me as Zeke, right? Like, can I actually bring up that frame? Like, let me see if I can bring up that frame. I don't. What the fuck was that line? Uh. Oh, this is the replay because they replayed like. They were replaying the old episode first. Where are you? Was it pre or post commercial? Okay. Let me see if I can pull up the frame for you guys. Okay, we're gonna scroll past that. That's the battle in the thing. I think I can get away with showing a still, right? I don't think Toei will get mad at me for showing a still. See if I can find this sucker. Because there's something about it that like is bugging me. Okay, hold on. Okay, he's coming up here. Damn it, I keep passing over it. Because it's like it's such a like a blink and you miss it. Okay, I got it. Let me put this on screen. Let's see, where are you? Window capture. Oh, I have to use screen cap. God, this is so weird. Yee. Let me show you guys what this is. Hold on. Like, look at what the figure's wearing. This is the person that approached Minami. Does anything in there strike y'all as odd? That doesn't strike me as something Zieg would wear. You feel me? Like, this doesn't strike me. Like, this thing right here. What is this, what do you identify these particular straps as, huh? This doesn't strike me as a Zieg outfit. Right? Like, this does not feel like a Zieg machination. This does not feel like it's something Zieg would wear. This looks like something an agent would wear. And one particular agent comes to mind. Actually, if you look in the, if I can bring up the freaking was it in the preview? Hold on. Might have been in the preview. See if we can't fast forward a little bit there. Who do you think would wear something like that? I'll give you a guess. Actually, no, it doesn't track now because I'm looking like the outfit is different. Though, to be honest, no, that's not what she was. Yeah, this is definitely like the flag. Okay, and my logic's falling apart here. But it definitely feels like she was approached by someone in code, which leads me to believe it might have been 3 that approached her. Right? Because I can only think of one other person that wears like a straight black joint, and that's 3. Yeah, that kind of falls apart there, doesn't it? Also, what new form? I didn't see a new form. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is... Okay, so Catastroph's getting purified in this joint. Okay. Okay. I see you now. I see you. I see you. So it's finally going to be a dark... It's going to stop being a dark power-up. But it's odd to me that it wasn't a dark power-up the way other ones. Like, though, to be honest, though, it did state that using it takes a strain on him. So... So ultimately, that is actually kind of cool looking. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hold you. That form does look fucking cool. But yeah, man, but this is literally like there's so much going on there that I can't even begin to piece together like what it is. I have so many I can't remember the last time this show made me theory craft this much. Because right now, you just threw in the ultimate wrench. We thought the sister was just going to be a supporting character. But it does come back to something I said. If it wasn't Nem, I said this like way before the debut. I don't even think there's like, I have it on video. I don't think I have it on video. But if not Nem, Minami. If not Nem, then Minami. It's also starting to make me question who the true Deus Ex Machina female of the show is. Because something's feeling odd. Like, am I the only one that's feeling something odd? Like, Nem has all the makings of what a Takahashi Deus Ex Machina female character is. Right? She has the makings. The fact that she is a fusion of nightmare and human, and clearly has some sort of power over the dream world in some way, shape, or form. But Minami feels something there. Minami's whole thing is, well, something. She's been there the whole time. She seems to have an encyclopedia of knowledge. And she has, which you could think that about the job, but she seemed to know a lot, didn't she? Thinking about it, she always seems to know what to do, and she seemed to go along with Baku's whims a lot in the premonition. Could it be we've been misled? Could it be that Takahashi has misled us as who the ultimate Deus Ex Machina female character is? Have we been misled? Because of looking at like everything about Minami now that we know that she's a code agent, something's not adding up. Why does Nem feel less important now than she did before? Right? Because for all intents and purposes, they were building Nem up through those entire premonitions as like a big fucking deal. Right? Because she's clearly there all the time. And clearly there was some significance to her. But now, she kind of feels like she's taking a back seat. Am I wrong? Like, really think about this, guys. Like, does it feel like right now, does it feel like Nem's kind of like melded into the background a little bit? Because all of a sudden now, she kind of doesn't feel as important. And now with this revelation with Minami, why does it all of a sudden feel like Minami is more important now? Right? Maybe I'm overthinking it, but like, Nem doesn't feel like a focal point anymore. Which is weird because guess what? Baku saved her in the premonition dream, but for some reason hasn't gone about doing the same thing here, knowing full well he knows how to get Nem out of the freaking dream world. What does that say? What does that say? Clearly something has changed. So was or wasn't Minami lying to Baku? We don't know for certain. We won't know until next week. We're only going off what we have with the preview. But there's definitely some changing of the guard happening here. Right? Maybe it's just because this is like Minami's like arc right now because like she's the dreamer in this case. But for reasons that are unclear, Nem doesn't feel as important. Now don't get me wrong, she's still there. She's still doing what she needs to be doing. But then why is Baku not outright getting her back into the real world? Why is he letting her linger when he already knows how the fuck to get her out of there? Right? What's the holdup there? And then why all of a sudden this big plot twist about Minami? Why? What changed? Like, I've thrown out so many theories tonight, but something feels, I don't want to say off, but it feels like something's changed. I don't know if you guys will agree with me on that. So Baku's an only child? Yes and no? Because the way I see it, clearly, this decision... Okay, look, I'm not even going to speculate because here's the thing. Nox is saying that Minami is not his sister, but Nem still thinks this is... It's a whole thing. The way I see it is either they are brother and sister, but Nox just thinks of code agents as not being human. Or they are brother and sister, but not by blood, more like by adoption. And because there's a whole, because we went on this whole thing about who the fuck are their parents, and if they themselves were orphans that got adopted, but their parents died later, their adoptive parents died later. So you tell me, because here's the thing, I thought about it for a minute. What if they were adopted by two people who were code agents? But that logic falls through because, as far as we know, code only really has 8 agents. Because clearly there's going to be a number 8. So the house Baku has is his house. They live in an apartment, but if you were to look back at where the dream doors were, they were in a house, which leads me to believe those were their parents' house, and that's where the mind doors are. So what happened to the parents? Like right now, they have just opened a can of worms of questions. They have just opened like I don't want to say Pandora's box, that's a little extreme, but they have definitely opened the floodgates of questions. They have definitely got everyone questioning everything now, because here's the thing. For a minute, we were all focused on Zeeg, that sick motherfucker Zeeg. But now, you got us now questioning, just because of what Zeeg did, we're now dissecting Minami's past. The way I see it, though, is that Minami definitely became an agent post Baku becoming an agent. That's what I think. I don't think she would have become an agent pre-Baku becoming an agent, because at that point, if she was the one that became an agent, why the fuck would you even need Baku at that point? Right? So what that says to me, that she became an agent after Baku did. Possibly not even knowing one thing happened after the other. Well, actually, considering it all started right after the car crash. Yeah, all the stuff with Koda started happening after the car crash. So odds are she became an agent post. And if you want me to be perfectly honest, now that I'm thinking about it a bit more, there's a spin-off series about her as an agent, and that cat nightmare was her target? Oh, right, those! Oh, I didn't see those. I didn't see those. I really need to go back and find it. Oh, right, because that happened. Wait. I'm about to invalidate your argument, Dane. That series happened in the premonition. Which is why we're seeing the cat nightmare here. That original series was part of the premonition. But I want y'all to hear me on this. Hear me on this. I still truly believe that her becoming an agent was a post-car crash. Definitely was post-car crash. Possibly even after they did the recap. Well, recap, or basically much, he informed everybody what happened in his premonition. Because here's the thing. Remember the big thing that happened in the premonition? Zero never got his hands dirty. It was usually the robot. And when the robot was gone, he just ceased to appear until the end of the premonition. But Baku changed the plot. Baku changed the plot by stopping a lot of shit before it started. So, a lot of timelines were pushed up, including, of course, in this episode that Nox got his belt early. So that tells me the minute that Baku went rogue, Zero was already making moves. And if you'll notice in the preview, only Zero was the one extending that offer. 3 wasn't with. Normally, if it had been in another circumstance, usually Zero sends 3 to do the dirty work. He actually went up to Zero, went up to Minami and offered her the job. Yeah, so Nox and the late. Well, I can't say for certain. I mean, clearly they have the same goal, but we don't know what the lady's. Because the lady just wants to protect Nem. Just wants to protect Nem. And Nox is with the lady because they have a shared interest in destroying code. And in a way, ZETZ or Baku has a shared alliance with them. Actually, you know what? Baku's motives aren't truly clear. Like, he's never outright said he needs to that he's going to destroy code. He's never outright said that. Because if you think about it, in the premonition, at the end, he knows where Code's offices are. So why hasn't he mounted an attack? I don't think he's out to destroy Code, but he's definitely not on their side either. All he cares about is preventing his premonition from happening. That's all he cares about. So, but he clearly does not trust Code, which is why Nox knows he can trust ZETZ. But is he going to outright destroy Code? We don't know. Like, Baku's motivations are clearly just to stop the premonition. That's it. That's literally all we know that he has on him. Whether or not he wants to destroy Code just like the lady and Nox do, I don't know. But there is one thing that he has in common with Nox and the lady. He doesn't trust Code. He's seen the monster that Code is, and he wants none of it. I'm still going to call him Nox because it's fucking Nox, man. It's fucking Nox. Plus, he wants to be known as Nox, so that he did it. But the fact of the matter is that we right now have a cornucopia of theory crafting going on here. And any one of them could be correct, because right now we have hit the biggest revelation. The question, though, that we have no answers to is, when did it happen? Why did it happen? And how does this affect the dynamic going forward? And has the title of Deus Ex Machina passed from Nem to Minami? Like, there's so many things going on up in the air right now that merit kind of like looking at what we know. This is a series that is going to reward y'all for reward us for paying attention. Because man, what the fuck? What in the absolute fuck? This show is just amazing. Like, I can't be like other like live streamers or YouTubers or whatever. I can't give these shows ratings because they're a consistent 10 out of 10 every fucking week. I cannot in good faith put a rating on this show because it's just been great. like I made a tier list a while ago. And just based off like maybe like the first 2 or 3 episodes, by that time the show had started airing, I had already put that sumbitch at S tier, and it has not lowered since. This show has been amazing. It's been so good. Man. Fuck. That's all I can say to that is fuck, man. God damn. What a show it hath been. But we still have a lot more show. We probably have like 20 episodes left in the can. And then after that, we already know who the next guy is. We already know who the new guy is. So I'm going to put it on stream. What are my plans for Easter? Gavan Infinity? Because that's what we're doing tomorrow. Look at this sexiness, my guy. Look at this sexiness. I demand you look at it. It's beautiful, ain't it? See if we can't... And that took away too much. You kind of see the outline. See if we can't... Ooh. Like, that just deletes it all together. And then that just got horrible artifacting. Honestly, it kind of looks cool like this. Yeah, that's not going to work for me, brother. That's not going to work for me, dude. Brother. Yeah, screw it, I'll just leave it like that. The new guy. I find it insane that they literally just gave it to us this early, right? Like, y'all never really think... Like, because here's the thing. Normally what Toei does is they don't say shit, and then we end up finding later through copyright links. Like, copyright registration. Like, someone will leak, like, the new copyrights that have been made, right? People will just leak that shit, and that's how we found out what the new guy is. Nah, for the 55th anniversary, they just said, fuck it, we're going to reveal it. Or dem. Myth. Here's the thing. It's spelled myth. It's actually pronounced myth. It's pronounced, or if you look at it in Japanese pronunciation, maisu. Because for some reason they don't pronounce the T in this one. They say it with an S. Maisu. But it kind of works. Maisu. It works. Now, we haven't seen what he's going to look like, but as the name implies, he's kind of a mythological figure. Like, he is a thing of myth. He's a common writer of myth. Basically, no one's ever seen him. He's something that the myths talk about, but he's like, he's kind of like Bigfoot in a way. Like, people have seen him, but never been able to confirm he exists. His whole deal is secrecy. He's not a cryptid per se, but like, he definitely like, I don't know if that's how it's going to be in the show, but he definitely is giving off, the way it was explained to me, it's like, he's like, the myth of the Kamen Rider. His universe possibly never truly had Kamen Riders, but sightings of them. Right? And there's grainy pictures of Kamen Rider. The Kamen Rider is an urban myth. He's a myth of urban legend. No one's truly seen him, but he does exist and he's fighting evil. Right? No one, I mean, the general public don't think he exists. People think they exist. There are conspiracy theories about him. But the fact of the matter is, no one's ever truly been able to confirm that he exists. He's a myth. That's at least what I got from the summary. But they said there were clues about what he's about in the logo itself, and I've looked at this logo for a long time. I don't see what the influences are. Like, if I had to stretch, there might be a Yu-Gi-Oh vibe there, but I don't know. I've looked at this logo, and outside of everyone making the obvious, oh, it's Swiss cheese look, and since it's pronounced Meise, it might actually mean mouse. But outside of those jokes, I truly do not know. Like, I've looked at this logo, and I can't. I don't know. They said the clue is in the logo itself, but I'm not seeing it. You know? Like, I don't know what I should be seeing. Because I'm looking at it and, like, I don't know what it means. Like, if I look at it a certain way, it's kind of like the Batman logo, but not really. Like, it's super weird. Can't put my finger on it. Can't put my finger on it, but they said something was there. I'm looking at it. I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is. But that's neither here nor there. Hopefully we'll find out more about him in the coming months. It's crazy to think we are like 4 months away from this all ending. From ZETZ ending. If my math is right. Hold on, because today is the 4th. So we got 11, 12. So that'd be 33. Next, so and it's next month. That'd be 37, 41, 43. So roughly about 4 or 5 months, I think. Possibly 6 if we're pushing it. We're literally like half a year away. Yeah, no, I think, yeah, he's simulcast because it's like Kamen Rider's just simulcast going forward. What we're now waiting on is for Gavan to be simulcast. That's what we're waiting on. Which hopefully happens by the time Myth comes out. Because there is no clever wordplay I can do with Myth and ZEZTZ-udan. There's no clever wordplay I can do with that. Myth-udan? It doesn't sound right. Like, it's a stretch. It's a stretch. So I don't know. I question it. But then on top of that, we got like a bunch of other shit coming out too. Honestly, I would love to take more time to do this, but we've been going for pretty long. Honestly, I wanted to talk about it before stream, but before ZETZ, but I realized even if I started it earlier, there wouldn't be enough time because there was a lot to unpack in that announcement video they did for the 55th anniversary. I love that Kabuto and what was the other one? Agito. Was it Agito? Yeah, Agito and Kabuto are also getting the simulcast treatment, or they're getting the live stream treatment. But it looks like it's not going to be handled by Tokusatsu. It looks like Toei themselves are going to be doing it, which is crazy. Crazy, man. I've already seen those episodes, so I'm probably not going to You know, I'm not gonna hold y'all, but yeah, they're serious about the U.S. expansion. The Agito movie, the Agito 20th movie, that's crazy, man. Oh no, not the 20th. It's the 35th. Kabuto's the 20th. Wait, that math don't line up. Kuga Agito Ryuki Fai's Blade Hibiki Kabuto. That's a 7-year difference. Yeah, that don't add up. On Division or Playback is your favorite song? I think I like Playback more. Vision was good. Don't get me wrong. Because I mean, it fit those episodes, but now that like the game has changed, Vision just fits. Playback fits better, right? It depends on the pacing of the show. Like right now, high stakes, high action. We're going in fast, so I think Playback fits better. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. So yeah, the new guy is already coming. Crazy. But we'll talk about that more on another date. Just actually, you know what? Because I don't know how to. Maybe I'll make a video about breaking down everything, right? Because I feel like it should be talked about, but unfortunately, we're already going long, and I'm hungry as fuck. So maybe I'll do a video or maybe an impromptu stream during the week. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, time for me to wrap it up here. Thank y'all so much for coming out to the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ-udan. We're still having some issues, but we managed to navigate through them best we could. Hopefully, I got to figure out how to get this sorted, because if it can't be sorted on like my end, that means that I'm begrudgingly going to have to go back to Windows, and I really don't want to do that. Clearly, other people have made it work. I just got to figure out what the fuck I'm doing wrong, right? But that's neither here nor there. So hopefully you guys will join us tomorrow for the Space Sheriff ZEZTZ-udan, because, man, there's some shit going down there tomorrow. Because now we're getting into fucking lore. We're getting into stakes now that Gavan Black has shown his face and made himself known. Things are happening over there. So let's all watch that tomorrow. Probably 3 p.m. Eastern, or 3 or 4. Just keep your eye on Sefi, but I'm leaning towards 3, possibly 3. 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. So hopefully you guys will join me for that tomorrow. And then, of course, next week I'll be back with another edition of the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ-udan. So hopefully you guys will tune in for that one. So let's go ahead and get. Let's go ahead and see what I'm gonna do here. Let's see what we got. Who am I sending y'all to today? Is my boy still alive? I don't know if he's still alive. Is he still alive? Is he still doing stuff? Is he still doing stuff? I don't know. Is he still doing stuff? Why can I not hear this music? Oh, right. My headphones are off. My headphones are off. I don't know why they turned off. Huh. Let's see. He's been playing for 4 hours. What is he doing? Sir, who hurt you? I'm kidding. Alright, we're going to go on the Twitch side. We're going to go raid my boy, the Inverted Shadow. So please, show him that love in that cool Henshin Core way that you do. And my chat's not working on it. What the fuck is this shit? And now my browser's frozen. Gee, thanks. Pause that real quick. Things, how do they work? And I'm making my doing down, wasting down. So you meet me out of time, yeah. So meet me out of time. All right, on Twitch, we're getting ready to raid. On YouTube, thank you, both on Twitch and YouTube, thank you guys so much for coming out to the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ-udan. It's been a pleasure, always been a pleasure to put this show on for y'all. If you guys have any thoughts about what happened in the last episode, or have any theories that you guys want to throw at me, make sure to leave them in the comments section on the VOD. I always check the comments, so please let me know. On that note, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll see you tomorrow for the Space Sheriff ZEZTZ-udan. Until then, I am Callsign Henshin, your host with the most, your mercenary with the kicks, coming to you from 2286, reminding you that the future is yours and yours alone to conquer. Conquer it by any means necessary. I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, I love y'all. You're valid. I see you. And until then, have a great night. Peace out!